it's not about answers, it's about questions.
To the families, so this is not for girls, this is not for boys sometimes. So I think it's cultural beliefs that they are different. There are many differences between male and female. Then starting in school.
That is interesting.
Because when we focus also on the way, there is some, I would say, personal impact of teachers on delivering curriculum that maybe affect.
Thank you. I think you are right. Yes, some people like being taught at school, or the content or the textbooks that is being used for teaching and learning. All the experiences within the school. So even if there is something happening in the school corridor that is part of curriculum, even if there is a kind of that is part of curriculum. It is one textbook for everyone, for every student, for every school. Curriculum refers to the unspoken. So, and most of the time, it's related to values and attitudes and the process of socialization at school. It could happen in the classroom or outside the classroom. So it is what we will experience within the school, I would say, environment. Because we take it for granted. We think things supposed to be this way. This is the right thing. There is no other way. So it's almost part of our beliefs, our thoughts, our attitudes that we bring to the socialization process at the school in general.
Toward the gender roles.
Yeah.
This is our stereotype of any, certain culture or something.
Yeah. So all females supposed not to understand that kind of relationship between the implicit curriculum and gender roles, stereotypes. Convey some messages to their students. So they are aware, they know that they want to convey this thing implicitly to their students. And it's the opposite, like if they are not aware, they might convey some messages in a wrong way. So that student will grow up thinking like, this is how I should act, because study that curriculum at school. So there's one lesson, and in that lesson they teach, that is an Arabic lesson, and what they say, there are sentences where the students are supposed to read and write. So this is part of our curriculum. It's not something like we learn it at school, at home only. It's not something we learn it from our families, but it is part of the curriculum. Can you expect some of these problems?
Yeah, that's going to limit their mind in the future, what they are going to be in the future.
Women grow up with a lot of messages that this is not their job. Influencing our choices or our future career choice is very important. And I think it is very important to be aware of how those hidden messages are influencing our future. It's not only future choice of a career, but I'm just joking. Please go ahead and ask.
Either if she communicated them implicitly or explicitly, what if that was her values?
And you are right, Sarah. This is what happens like in our schools. Like some teachers, they just convey their attitudes and their own beliefs to the students, and this happens. We can't control that 100%, but it's there.
This also emphasizes what you mentioned. It's dangerous because when they start from family and start to perceive these information, hidden messages through school, they become teachers in the future.
Yeah.
They carry the same value. So the wheels, is going to be ongoing.
You are right. You are right.
Yeah.
We will be like moving in the same circle.
Exactly.
People think it's important, they think it's important those kind of jobs. But if we apply the woman's standard to the curriculum, caring, emotion, and empathy to the curriculum, we can think nursing or becoming teachers are very important jobs. So the problem is, I think, we only apply the men's standard to the curriculum. So I think it is the problem.
That is a very interesting point, I think.
And how to manage our homes.
Yeah.
We need that kind of critical analysis.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
But yeah, I mean, the men stays in the abstract, I mean, thinking.
Yeah.
So we applied those male standards to the school curriculum. So we have a lot of difficult subjects like, I mean, math. Schools provide, I mean, like parenting.
Yeah.
Or I mean, how to manage the financial, home finance,
Yeah.
something like that. So yeah, we should have two standards.
We should
are
include
still
both.
Equal, yeah, equal. Not male standard is in the high position. We should have, I mean, we should recognize the two male, female standards are in equal. So
Yeah, I think you are right. And that influence even the future, like employment. So when they apply for jobs, and that is, I guess, is unfair.
And also, I think there's other factor that affect the limitation of I'd say some certain female career in the future, which is political sometimes.
Yeah.
That strongly affect. I mean, especially in Gulf countries, I would say.
You are right. You are right. And till today, like there is underrepresentation of women in the political and legal. No, like there aren't in some other countries. You are right.